Hey everybody, this is Renae Lipsmeyer from The Space Between, and you're listening to The Space Between podcast, the show that lets you listen to how the fans feel about the music, the art behind 31 years of the Dave Matthews Band. Stay tuned.
This is Renae from The Space Between podcast with Renae Lipsmeyer. I am here in beautiful Rogers, Arkansas for the third stop of the U.S. tour with the Dave Matthews Band. So Dave Matthews Band has been to Arkansas several times. I want to say this is maybe the fourth, possibly the fifth time ever, so it's always exciting when they come here. This is my home venue, so it's always really cool to have the boys like in your city doing things, you know, where you eat and where you shop, and it's cool to put them in your world for just a minute. And I got a chance to meet some of the band last night, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to check out our social media page. On Facebook, it's under the Space Between podcast, which is a group on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram under the Space Between _POD. If you're listening to this right now on the podcast, this is also available on a YouTube channel, so you can watch all of this, and it is under the Space Between podcast on YouTube, so be sure to check those out. So I'm going to walk around, and we've got a couple people that are already in line for pit. We're going to open up with Shannon, who I believe is going to tell us where she's from and all those things. So I'm going to hand the mic over to her so that you can hear everything she has to say. I love Shannon. She's got an awesome spirit. She's contagious, and she has a love for this band like no other. So tell us what's your name, where you're from, and all the things about the Dave Matthews Band.
So I'm Shannon. I am from Kansas City, and Dave needs to come back to Kansas City. But I love visiting all sorts of different venues, and I'm trying to get tattoos for every place that I've been. Renae is freaking amazing. She is hosting me today and last night, and I've met Dave in 2010. I've got some tattoos that he signed me, doodled on me. I had a sign that said "Doodle on me, Dave." Anyways, we're excited for Rogers. It's going to be freaking awesome. Woo! And I got bracelets. Come find me. I got bracelets, people. Everybody got bracelets.
Absolutely. So if you don't know about the bracelets, this is one of the things that a lot of the fans bring for other fans. And again, that's what this podcast, that's what this show is about. It's not about the Dave Matthews Band. But speaking of, here are some buses. Do we want to see the buses pull in? Let's go do this. Oh. Some of the fans in line to see the Dave Matthews Band. And we'll go through. They're actually giving out lottery numbers. Oh, they've got posters. So this is the poster for the Rogers, Arkansas show. Let's see if we can get her to show us right quick. So this is the poster for the Rogers, Arkansas show here in Rogers, Arkansas. I like it. It's got a camping vibe to it, which is very Rogers, Arkansas.
Can we pay them? Can we buy them?
Okay, so just a sneak peek. This is a very small venue. I mean, that is where the buses park. They've already got merch set up right here, so we've got a lot of fans. Are you going to be able to do this? I can't be a one-man show. It's hard being a podcaster. And so because we have a line of people here for the warehouse pit bracelets, this is a great time to get some fan perspective on how the tour is going so far in their opinions, but also what their expectations or what their hopes are for Rogers, Arkansas. So we're going to have the camera follow me, and we're going to see who we can find here in the pit or in the line. Okay, so we have a Razorback fan here, but I also think we have a Dave Matthews Band fan here as well. Can you tell us your name and where you're from, and who's the Dave Matthews Band?
Valerie Whitman, Fayetteville, Arkansas. And is that even a question? Like, who is the Dave Matthews Band?
I'm asking you to explain who they are, and why is there so many people in line to see a band?
Because they're the most amazing band on the planet, and because we have the most diehard fans ever. So we line up forever just to stand in line just to get a glimpse.
Awesome. So are you excited about the poster?
I really haven't even seen it. I just jumped in line when someone said, hey, you can get a poster before you go in and you can take it to your car. I said,
perfect opportunity to get some stuff out of the way, put it back in the car before you go in. So even though we've got people that love to hold the posters because it's like their security blanket and they don't have to dance, you're just holding on the poster. Valerie, I hope you have a great night tonight, and I bet we'll find you later.
Oh, you will.
Because we're also like besties.
You will.
Okay, so what's your name and where are you from?
I'm John Cooper from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. Are you a Chiefs fan?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Congratulations on your Super Bowl win.
Thank you.
Awesome. So today you're here to see the Dave Matthews Band. Is this your first time to see the band?
No.
How many times have you seen them?
Around 100.
That's awesome. So have you had a glimpse of the poster, and what do you think about it?
I like it. It's a colorful, eventful poster.
Awesome. So where are you sitting tonight?
The Pit.
Awesome. It's a good place. But the good thing about the amp is there's really no bad seats. I've said in the lawn, I've said up front, really, there's not a bad seat. So this is always a good ticket. People want to cry about a Tuesday show in Arkansas, but I'm telling you, this is really the best bang for your buck. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your show.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful night.
Hey guys, we're back with another fan interview. So I have Aaron here from St. Louis, and so there's always at a Dave show some type of family reunion that happens, and so I met Aaron 2 years ago in the Pit here in Rogers. I don't think I've talked to you since, but this is how the family reunion goes. You come to Dave shows to reunite with those people that had some kind of common likeness with you. And so, Aaron, what I remember about you is that Crash specifically came on in the Pit in 2021 here in Rogers, and it was an emotional song for you. Can you kind of tell us why?
So for that show specifically, I was one row behind the rail and loved every moment of it. But getting to go up for Crush, it was important to me because I have grown up on Dave. And my parents I have such a strong relationship with them. And that song, I'm going to cry. Fucking A.
It's okay. Dave can be emotional.
That song has always just kind of been a staple in my household, in my family, in my relationship with my mom. And no one around us, obviously. You didn't know me. You didn't know that. But being able to be pushed up for that show, for that song specifically was so intense. This family, of course, is amazing. We love everything about this place.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, this is what this podcast is about, and that's why we started the YouTube channel, is because the emotions that Dave Matthews brings to each of us, it's all because of something different, but it's always like a good emotion. And so that's why we do this podcast, is literally stories like this. So thank you for
vibes.
I think the good vibes. So thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you for seeing me again. It's always good to see you. Thank you, guys.
Family reunion!
Exactly.
Hey guys, I have another fan with us here in Rogers, Arkansas. We have Jordan from
DMB_NM_fans.
Is that computer language for something? What does that mean?
DMB, New Mexico fans.
So if you're on Instagram, you can totally follow DMB New Mexico fans, but you don't have to live in New Mexico to be a fan of the DMB New Mexico fans, right?
Absolutely not. I think we have like 3 people total from New Mexico. So the majority of people are not from New Mexico, and our first follower was from Florida. So yeah, no, please.
Shout out to New Mexico. If you subscribe to his page right now, you will be the 4th. So you deserve a sticker or T-shirt, or you deserve a prize. So be sure to hit him up on Messenger, on Facebook, or on Instagram. So tell me, what show is this for you? Is it your first show? Have you been to Rogers before? And are you going on in 2023 to see more?
So first time in Rogers. Show late 20s something. Being from New Mexico, we don't get a whole lot of shows, so we get what we can. This year is the aptly named Sandwich Tour. We had Houston, Dallas, and now Rogers as the first part of the sandwich. We are ending with Bend, Oregon, and 3 at the Gorge.
That's awesome. Wait, so you get, for a sandwich, that's the 2 pieces of bread. What goes in the middle?
You guys.
This is the middle. We're the turkey or the ham or whatever you like. Rogers, Arkansas. We'll be the chicken sandwich because we're the chicken capital of the world here. In case you didn't know, Tyson World Headquarters is here. Walmart World Headquarters is here. We're at, look,
Well,
this
the
is,
Walmart I knew. The chicken thing I did.
Tyson World headquarters are here, and that's the chicken. So we're the chicken capital of the world, like for real.
There you go. Maybe.
Can it be a chicken sandwich?
Well, if he plays Rapunzel, can we do the Bagox then?
I don't think he's going to play Rapunzel because he played it the first night, right?
Yeah, but if he did the Bagox for the chicken capital, that'd be great.
I don't know. We're gonna call the hogs. Do you know how to do that?
No, I'm not calling.
Are you willing to learn?
No, absolutely not. That is, you got to find somebody else for that one. I don't drink.
So who are you here with?
So I'm here with Heather, my much better half, and our dear friend Nitty.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a great show tonight. Thank you for letting us know more about why you came to Rogers, Arkansas.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Renae. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, I got a couple more fans here in Rogers, Arkansas. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, kind of tell me who they are, where they're from, and why they're here in Rogers, Arkansas.
I'm Mindy,
I'm Sheila.
and we're from the St. Louis area.
St. Louis is about 5 hours from Arkansas, so that wasn't a terrible drive. Have you been to Rogers before for a show?
Nope.
No.
So this is a great venue. You know, obviously it's small, so you guys are going to have a good time tonight. Even if you're on the back of the lawn, it's like you can see everything. So this was a good show to pick for sure. Any request if you could ask the band for a particular song or a certain version of a certain song? Like what's your hopes tonight?
Stay or Leave. Would be a good one.
I want them to dust off some of the older stuff. I would like to hear Angel. I'd like to hear The Riff. And anything older. Yeah. For sure.
Absolutely. I know that you have a lot of people that would say the exact same thing, like deep tracks only, right? That's what we love. That's what we love. But I always say no matter what they do, we're going to love that. So thank you guys for coming down to Rogers, Arkansas. So I have a couple of locals here who are so excited that Dave and the boys have come to their city, right? Well, their state, right? Their state.
Yes, not my city.
So what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Michelle Shimizu, and I am from Hot Springs, Arkansas, about 3 hours south of here.
So is this your first time to see Dave?
It is not. I actually looked up my stats this morning, and I thought I'd been to 11, but I've been to 14 shows, so today will be 15, so I was pretty excited about that.
That's awesome. So, guys, if you haven't listened to this podcast or the YouTube channel, so if you go all the way back to season 1, it was an intro. I think we called it a tease of some sort. Like, it was literally the first recording of this podcast. This is Michelle. She's the one that kind of helped me start all of this. So she's been around from the beginning. So we also have Mary that lives here in...
I do. I'm Mary Hrin, and I live about 1.5 miles that way. And this will be number 19 for me today.
Yay! Number 19! We celebrate all the numbers, even if it's number 1. It's my brother's first concert today. It's his 41st birthday. He met Dave Matthews last night, so he's having a really good first concert. So, yeah, my brother's the sweetie.
Get him back, right? Now
Maybe we can. Yeah. Any thoughts, expectations? Now, I know that your husband really wants to hear a particular song, and he always says, once I hear that song, I can just basically drop the mic, as they say, and leave the concert because he's done. So tell us more about what Bob Heron wants to hear tonight.
My husband Bob would love to hear Lie in Our Graves. That is like his most favorite song. However, our boys are coming for the first time. Their very first show. They're 21, and Crush is our family song. So...
Oh, I love this.
More hoping for Crush than Lie in Our Graves. Sorry, Bob.
It's going to happen. I feel the energy. Like, we've been to the 2 previous shows. We didn't get it. We did get some surprises, but we didn't get Lie in Our Graves. So we're hoping, guys, if that gets played here in Rogers, Arkansas tonight, just know that the pit is going to light up. We all luckily get to be in the pit tonight. It's finally our turn here at our home venue. So we've got a couple of regulars that are also in the pit tonight, too. So be sure there's going to be a party in the pit tonight. So watch your Facebook, and of course if you're listening to this as a podcast, this video is also available on YouTube, so you can see the faces that go with these voices and meet the fans of the Dave Matthews Band. Peace, love, and Dave Matthews Band. Hey guys, this is Renae with the Space Between podcast. I am Renae Lipsmeyer. We are here in Rogers, Arkansas for the 3rd stop of the U.S. tour with the Dave Matthews Band. So tonight we had an exciting night, starting out another show with Bismarck, which we know that he opened with in one of the Texas shows, and then on to Satellite, When the World Ends. And I know my editor is going to put up the set list right here next to me. I'm like Vanna White now. I'm like, and here it is. And then Andy puts up the set list. list. Isn't this cool? Shout out to Andy Mendoza for being the greatest editor of this podcast and kind of helping it like look all cool and stuff. So we do know that the set list changed. So what we actually got to hear for the encore was Something to Tell My Baby and Ants Marching. Now, through a very fortunate set of events that one day I'll tell the story of, and you can buy my book later because I'm writing a book about the fans of the Dave Matthews Band, and that's what this podcast is all about. I got a set list handed to me, so we do know that there was a change up. And if you want to see pictures and more details, you can look at the Space Between Podcast, which is a Facebook group on Facebook, right? We're also on Instagram under the Space Between _pod. And if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can actually watch this and see all the fans and see all the things we're talking about in the random parking lots we stand in and do this show. And so we are on YouTube on the Space Between Podcast with Renae Lipsmeyer. So we got a couple fans here sitting in the van just like waiting for me to be done so we can go get some Waffle House or whatever we're going to go get. So someone loud and proud in the crowd. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? Yay! Okay.
Back, bitches.
Back, bitches.
So excited we did not get Don't Drink the Water. But I'm sorry. I love that song. I would dance and sing and be so happy when it came on, but I've heard it so many times. But I still love it. I just was like, I'm glad the set list changed. That's all I have to say. I'm not pissing on anything, but anyways, I let a little 8-year-old in front of me on the rail all night. Dave just kept blinking at her. She had a little sign that said first show Rapunzel. She was so adorable, and she kept looking back at me. I kept looking back at her dad. Dave kept blinking at her all night, and I kept telling her, he's seen you, he's seen you. Did you notice that?
I'm 100% sure. I hate to burst that kid's bubble, but I'm 1,000% sure Dave was winking at me. Hey!
Yeah, that wasn't the case. He kept blinking at that pretty little girl. And you know what? He came down, signed her Rapunzel sign for her first show, and it was great. So she know that loves win. Love wins.
Always love wins. And so that's the story here on the Space Between podcast. So I'm Renae Lipsmeyer, and we are coming from Rogers, Arkansas. So tomorrow we're on the road to Mississippi. So if you're not going to be there, be sure to follow us again on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. You can watch me do some random shit. It's Kiss on the Lipsmeyer because my last name's Lipsmeyer. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow in Mississippi. Peace, love, and Dave Matthews Band.